It's Wednesday, Klaus here. It's time for another basic Davinci Resolve tutorial.
Hello, Klaus here. It's Wednesday. It's time for another basic Wednesday tutorial all about Davinci Resolve. In today's episode, we'll have a look into adding text. So let's get right to it. So I have this clip here. I want to add something text to that thing. So again, we'll go up to our effects library, go into titles, and here we have our text. We have some lower third samples, a middle lower third, a right lower third, a scroll text we can use, and then we have the basic text and a text plus. So first off, let's just try to take a text, and we'll just take that and drag that down. We're going to select our clip. We'll go over to the inspector, and then here we have our settings for our text, and in this case we're just going to write RGB because that's what the lights are. Here we have all the controls over the text, so that means we can change the font. And again, a cool thing about Davinci Resolve 17 is that we can just super easily preview all of our different texts. So let's see what we have. Maybe we're just going to take something simple like Tahoma, and then we could make this, for instance, a bold text. Easily size that up, and let's change the color to, let's take this greenish. And then we can, of course, again, size it up if we want to, change something with the tracking, if we want that to be different. Also, we could do something with the line spacing. And then we have some different font styles. We could go in and make overline, all of these things. As we know from other programs, all these things we can change the position, and all of that we can change here. Also, if you want to change the position and stuff like that, I'll recommend you just to click this icon here. And that way we can move our thing just the way we want it, like that. I'll just tick that off again. Also, we have a drop shadow. Again, here we can just add a little bit using the offside to change the drop shadow where we want the shadow to be. We can blur that out a bit, and also we could change the opacity if we wanted that to change. We also have the ability to do a stroke, just like that, and changing the color, not necessarily what I want. Then we can also add in a background, but we could just add in the background, changing things, and it shouldn't be black, so we have to change it to yellow, or something like that. So here we have and we can change the radius for that, the corner radius, the height, and all of that thing. Again, I tend not to do that, but a nice way to make your text more visible. I'm just going to tick that off. So that is like the basic settings, of course, using the normal text. Also, of course, you could go into the settings here and do a super crazy or fast animation, putting in a keyframe, going a little forward, and then let's say it should be like that. So now we've done a text animation, super quick, very basic, but you could easily do that in here as well. So the text plus, on the other hand, is a little bit different. It is more using the Fusion engine. So we could just put in a text here. Again, everything can be controlled from the inspector. So yet again, we'll just write RGB. And again, we can change the font and all of that thing. Again, Tahoma. Let's make this one yellowish and bold, and we're going to size it up, something like that. Again, we have a lot of different options in here. We have some advanced controls as well, where we can do some stuff. We also have this is the write on effect. And I'll actually show you how to do that very fast. We're just going to take this down, put in a keyframe, play a little forward, and then we are going to bump this up, and now we have this write-on effect with the letters, which is kind of nice. If you want to delete that, we can just click the icon here yet again, and now it should be all gone. So we just need to bump it up so it will actually be something on here. So here we have the text again. So for instance, if you want to do a drop shadow, that works differently here, because there's no option here to do it like that. But up here we have a layout, and here we can change the rotations and stuff like that. We also have a transform, and all of these things are of course relating to the fusion part of this way this is built. What we want to do is we want to go into shading. And here we have the different shadings. And I know if you want to do, for instance, a drop shadow, you would need to go into number 3 of the shading parameters and click enable. And now we actually have that. And then we can go into the opacity and change that. We could also give it a different look by changing the appearances. We have some different ones, but I tend just to keep this. And then we could go into the softness of that and, for instance, make that more soft or hard. In the X and Y axis, we can do that. We can also add in a glow to a shadow, which is a little bit strange, so maybe not so useful. And then we could also change the position of the priority if we want that to be in front of the text. And also we can change the offset, so we can change the shadow around like that. Okay, so that is a super quick look at working with text in Davinci Resolve 17 for beginners. And it's always fun to do animations and play around with the different things. So I do hope this video has encouraged you to do so. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out. And if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.